Holy Fire is what we're going to be taking as our main spec. Level 6. Level 6. I've been putting all the points that I've been getting into Resist Fire, which synergizes into Holy Fire's damage. And so what we're going to end up doing, we just put 1 point into Might, obviously at level 1. It increases our damage a little bit, so helps us level a little bit faster. But then now all other points, every single point I get until Holy Fire is maxed, is going to go right here. So, cards right now. Also, they're known as a AURADIN. You can do Holy Freeze, Holy Shock, Holy Fire. But essentially, every time I start a Paladin, what I'll end up actually doing is putting all my points into Holy Fire. I like to solo level my guys through normal, and normally through Nightmare and Hell as well, but sometimes I'll rush after I get through normal if I get them up to level 50 through Baal runs. So, now that we're level 6 and we have Holy Fire, we're going to try to get a new weapon. So, Akara is normally the place to go to, right here. She didn't have a Holy Fire scepter that time, so we're just going to hit a waypoint and go back to town to reset what she's selling. With any luck, we'll get a +2 to Holy Fire, +3 to Holy Fire. +3 Holy Bolt, but not the latter. 2 to Holy Fire. Now this is exceptionally expensive because it's adding other skills that I don't necessarily need, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and buy it. So now it's going to up the radius, so it's going to go from 4 yards to probably 5.3, somewhere around there. Yeah, so 5.3. Fire damage 3 to 6 instead of 1 to 5, and then it adds to your fire damage attack, so 20 to 41. We're going to give this a go one more time, see if we can get a +3 to Holy Fire. If not, we're just going to start leveling again, and I'll show you why this is the most broken build, most easy way to level a Paladin from 1 to, say, 25. If you have gear waiting for them, this is going to be the easiest way to do it. It is not like Fable where you have to, one part in Fable where you actually have to click all the stones in a correct order, spelling the doors' names.
What a tragic
Hits, H-I-T-S. For anybody that knows what I'm talking about, kudos. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so fast forwarding, just to give you guys a little sneak peek, this guy has some pretty decent gear on right now for his level. I have a lot of lifesteal, double spirits. So I got a spirit shield and a spirit sword. It's mostly for extra damage for my auras. This is one of my AURADINs. He's level 35. Now, if you were to completely carry on, and you were making a HAMMERDIN Paladin or a SMITER Paladin or something different, or even a ZEALER, again, just to show you what this can do, it's pretty outstanding. So let's go to Stonyfield. Actually, let's go to a heavily populated area. You just walk past everything. Now, essentially, the finished product, or at least, leading up to getting my SMITER up there before I respec to actually being a SMITER, his Holy Fire is going to do the same thing, except with fire damage. This one I respect because this is my Holy Freeze build. I'm going to be maxing out Holy Freeze, Resist Cold, and then Salvation is what synergizes with it. I will probably end up staying away from Zeal, and instead of using Zeal, I'm actually going to be using Vengeance, because I already have Resist Cold maxed out, Salvation maxed out, and then I can just move on to any extra points into Resist Lightning and whatnot. So it's a really cool ability, does some pretty serious damage. This is also a good way to MF for a Gold Dagger. So if you put full MF gear on this guy and just kind of ran him through, if I had charge, I could do it even faster because I could just be charging around. But so that was Act 1. I'll show you what it looks like in Act 5. Again, he's only level 35. Let's go kill Eldridge. And I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stand here. Literally do not have to do anything. I get one more point in the Holy Freeze. How nice. I'm gonna do the same thing down here. It just decimates everything in its path. Granted, this is on single or on a solo private game, so he does 1,000 damage if he were to actually attack somebody. But his aura damage, which is the damage it's going to do every 2 to 3 seconds, is going to be 159 to 163. Even in Worldstone level 2, I will give you a nice little example. Two times. Now the radius is quite large. It's 18.6 yards. It's pretty big. I will say this much. Necromancers, all the summoner necromancers, seem to hate this build. If they're trying to get any corpses, it definitely eliminates it, because some of them get shattered into just frost. I can essentially walk my way all the way through here, not attack anything, and be totally fine. It's a really fun build. I suggest you guys try it out. I think it's really, really cool to do. And again, this is very minor gear. Angelics, yeah, that's a pretty big part of it. I just use that for the extra attack rating. It's really good when I get into fighting bosses anyways, or if I'm in a zone that I'm very under-leveled for. Anyways, back to my smiter. Okay, so he is now level 10. We have level 7 Holy Fire with this +2 Holy Fire Scepter. Of course, I always check Akara until I'm going to find a +3. Oh, so close. We're just gonna do a Stony Field run, find Tristram. I can basically just walk past everything, it just destroys it. I'm still gaining experience. You don't really have to single target attack, I must say. I think it's quite tedious on melee characters outside of Zons, because they do you just throw a javelin and everything's dead. These big packs are your friend. Whereas before, you don't want to take the time chasing down all these little freaking Fallens. But in this case, it's very simple. You just walk past them. Minuscule belt upgrade. I'm sure we're going to put a Scion's belt on this guy later. We're just looking for that X on the map that shows us that Tristram is right around the corner. But in the meantime, we're getting XPs. XP by just walking. That was only 2 clicks for Rakanishu.
What a tragic end to Tristram.
So I am actually going to do a little bit difficult with this guy. I am going to keep my archer. The main reason for that is I have a bow build for her. I'm going to have vigor all the time. I will put a harmony on her, and I can run around really fast. see, we can just kind of stand here and take damage. I don't actually have to attack anything if I didn't want to. Radius is only 8.6 yards right now, but the higher level we get up, the better off we're going to be. Alright, so we are now level 13. I do 75 to 102 damage. I'm still using this bare bones scepter, but it gives 2 to holy fire. One other thing right now, I'm coming up on 17. I'm going to hit that pretty fast, so I'm going to go ahead and build my armor that I build for just about every single character I make. Tal, Death, we have a stealth. Faster run / walk, faster cast rate, which I don't care about on this character. Some dexterity and poison resistance. Overall, it's a really good armor to have. So I'm going through Halls of Dead to get my cube. And I've leveled up once, but I'm still only level 14. Now, this is pretty much the beginning of Act 2, and this holy fire is just popping off. All I do, go to the hollow ones, everything else just kind of gets killed by the holy fire radius. I don't even have to really do anything. I'm up to 10 yards now on the radius, so that's pretty solid. So if I was really, like, if I could literally be eating a meal or cooking or doing something and just walk by everything. The big thing is just to take out these guys so they don't raise any more up. I mean, you see how easy it is. So, one little cool thing, level 16 now, which means I can hire a level 15 archer. I've been saving this bow. I have a couple of them for later on. I have some projects with enchant that I'm going to be doing.
I'll put that to good use.
But now all of her arrows should be explosive. It's going to give an AoE effect, and it's going to help me out just a little bit more. So we are level 17 now. I can put this on and completely discard that. I run a lot faster now, so I don't feel like a slowpoke. Another point into holy fire. Oh, it's like a night and day difference. Just that extra 25% run / walk speed is unbelievable. Always pop out a teleport when I'm close on the item area just in case. One cool thing, I know he's shooting out charged bolts. I swap over my weapon to this. Increases my lightning resistance, it actually maxes it out. And then I swap back to my main weapon. Okay, we're level 18 now. We were lucky enough to find this one to buy from a vendor in town. 3 to holy fire, 3 to resist fire. So it's actually going to take our damage up quite a bit. It's going to drop that, or bring our radius up to 13.3 as well. So it's going to be really good. It's just in time to, of course, it was the last path that I chose, was where the summoner was going to be at. But we're on our way to Tombing, which is some really good experience. Arcane Sanctuary is actually a really good experience too. But if I was a caster, I'd be doing Arcane over and over again. Basically anything other than an early Paladin, because early Paladins are super easy with Holy Fire. But if I was any other character, I would probably stay in Arcane Sanctuary quite a bit longer, just because Tombing is such a pain in the butt. Poison damage and all these bugs and everything else. But I'm just going to stand here, let these guys do the work. My Merc is looking really good too. Explosive arrows, so that's going to be fun. And it's like the tomb symbol is square. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to run through all these tombs anyways. Level 19, Duriel's dead. Super easy. Now if I really wanted to, I could just walk my way through Act 3. I don't even need to level here in Act 2 at all. By the time I walk my happy ass through all of Act 3, I'll definitely be high enough to take on Diablo, and I'll definitely be high enough to take on the Ancients as well once I get to Act 5. So walking through definitely has some advantages. Yeah, right now I'm definitely sitting pretty with what I'm doing so far. Don't really have any crazy outstanding gear. You know, I made the armor, like I've had a bunch of chance guards laying around, but it doesn't help with damage. This character, you know, when you're leveling by yourself as this paladin with holy fire, it's not very gear dependent. I'm pretty straightforward. I've just kind of been chilling, watching some TV, and leveling this guy and just enjoying the time. It's really simple build. But again, I mean, I could just come in with my fist, no shield, no gear, and you can just kind of work your way around enemies. You know, kind of dodge their ranged attacks or dodge them in general, and do serious damage to them. So this is at 3. The biggest thing is you want to get to level 25 as fast as possible. Hopefully prior to at 5, so then you don't have to worry about anything, but I'm literally just punching pulls out with my fist right now. I don't need a weapon to do damage, as you can see, so it's quite a fun build. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how broken this build is. It doesn't matter what paladin you're making, this is the fastest way to solo them if you don't have friends that can bug rush you from, you know, normal all the way to hell, level 1 to 85 in, you know, less than a day. Then this is a really good option. And, you know, generally you'll have a lot of fun. You might even want to build an AURADIN at some point in time. Try out some of the other ones like Holy Freeze or Holy Shock. So, really awesome, fun build. Anyways, if you liked the video, subscribe, give it a like, thumbs up. Really appreciate you guys watching if you watched this far. Alright, take care.